Alright, getting the stream started, doing my usual checks. Alright. So today, working on a little something from Patreon. Was a request. I guess recently a lot of people have been very interested in some cartoons from their childhood. We did some stuff with the Wild Kratts recently, and now this. And we've had some people asking about Word Girl. I didn't grow up with these particular PBS shows, but I know there's some people out there who are interested in the characters. Let's see, we got Charles Buchanan, Caden, Mr. Red Sloth. Excuse me one moment. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Elongated Man is here. And Lisa Loud. Tommy Draws Forever. She is very familiar. That would be Pooky. She's in an episode of Dragon Tales. Rory Ocelot, Superior Cyber Godzilla. Alright. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good, Charles. Can't complain. Alright, so this one's pretty straightforward. It's going to be Pooky shrinking. And I think that was something that the pink dragon, I think her name is Casey? I think she had a shrink reflex when she got scared. So maybe this is like her using it on someone else instead of shrinking herself. Relevant elephants here. Lord Adrian. Jeremy's here. Matthew Swift. Ola. Casey. Alright, that was correct. Yeah, I'm sure this is going to be a nostalgia spec for a lot of people. I'll try not to, Lisa. I'll probably be using this tomorrow if I'm streaming. And MC Cubed is here. Jesse Duarte's here. Hola. And the Cushion Chef Monkey Show. It's always fun to say that name. Dakari the Professor. I think you're new. I don't think I've seen Dakari the Professor before. Rain Clouds here. Hello. Yeah, Lisa. Ronald Bovell. Mama Ouija swag, says Holy Cheese. I have light blue, white Mia. Speaking of a shrink reflex, I'm gonna go into spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen the new Amazing Digital Circus. So please mute me or whatever if you haven't seen the newest episode, and I don't want to spoil anything. They were talking about how they like sort of change or do different stuff when they hold their breath, which I thought was interesting. Uh, Pomni goes through like different shades of colors. Kingler glows, but Jax wouldn't mention his. So I'm kind of hoping like he shrinks when he holds his breath. That would be fun, and I could use that. And so I kind of want to do like a toony thing where she shrinks from the top going up and then falls. I was actually trying to look for an example of this. Um, I was hard pressed to find one. So I hope I'll be able to make what I was thinking like, you know, happen. We'll see. So right now just doing some motion tweens to sort of get the feel that I want for it. Crazed core. Yeah. Battle for Dream Island. I still haven't gotten around to seeing that. I'm still working my way through Carmen Sandiego. There's some revelations recently in that series. And more of Julia Argent being incredibly adorable. Jesse Duarte. Keep working, you rust buckets. Mean. Hey, have you ever tried a dish called spaghetti pie? It's like lasagna but in spaghetti form. I've had a spaghetti bake, if that's anything like it. It's like spaghetti in a casserole dish. You bake it for a little while, some cheese on top. Uh, I've had a spaghetti taco. I've made some weird foods with spaghetti. Spaghetti. Just gonna Frankenstein up me some parts over here. Don't mind me. Anything on the Patreon schedule? Nope, it's just sort of whatever I'm in the mood for. I already had all the stuff I needed for working on this one, so working on it today. Tomorrow, not sure what I'll work on. I'll take a look. Maybe I'll do the Molly McGee and Libby one. Tomorrow it'll be mostly I'm taking some existing assets and I'll be drawing like a costume over them. I haven't I haven't checked in a while, but I'm pretty sure that the kaiju costumes won. Gamera and Godzilla. I'm kind of glad because Molly already kind of has a sort of Godzilla-ish costume in her wardrobe. For Libby, playing around with different ideas. I've looked up some like Gamera costumes. There's one thing I like that I've seen where it's like instead of spikes, it's like spiky hair going down the back, and like really sharp looking sideburns that sort of stand in for Gamera's teeth. So I'll play around with some costume designs and I'll probably work on that tomorrow. Kyle Cameron. There's Trixie Tang in the corner. There's Trixie Tang in the corner. Losing my affection. With Carmen Sandiego, I like Paper Star, but I like Tigress more. I like Argent. Julia Argent, definitely my favorite character. Definitely my favorite side character. I also like Ivy. She's like the muscle. I love how much they reference. I think I mentioned it before. How much they reference basically everything from Carmen Sandiego media, especially the animated media. I'm really hoping there's an a cappella group at some point in the series. Bop, 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 bop. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Tell me where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Should try doing a karaoke thing. I say that all the time with my chat group, but I never do. Which way is the thumb supposed to go? It's supposed to be inside. There we go. I'm gonna see all the giant Trixies, or I'll go bonkers. What other giant Trixies are there? The only other Trixie I can think of that would be giant is the one from My Little Pony. Oh, a magic Trixie. Wolf. I keep hearing that Pungwari request, but it's gonna have to be something that is on the back burner. Has to wait. I'm going to make Rory as Ragatha and Wilt as Jax from the Amazing Digital Circus. I don't know. I think Wilt's too nice to be Jax. Though they are both very tall. Never knew people missed Rainbow Sister that much. Guess people still like her creepy goth, scary pranks. Yeah, I mean, if you have a Starfire character, you gotta have someone that's like maybe a little low energy. High energy, low energy character team up. Or positive energy and negative energy, however you want to describe them. Muhammad is here. Hello. Firewolf the Wolfkin. What did I miss? Not much. Basically working on a second frame here. Let's see if this expression works for her. What's the giant woman's girlfriend's favorite color? I'm gonna have to say it's probably pink. She usually wears her pink shirt or her pink bathrobe. Jesse and Kyle, I made giant Trixie animation. Funny thing is, Dragon Tales is made by Adelaide Productions, the same people who did Extreme Ghostbusters. Oh, I love that show. I think I've mentioned it before. They had a really great team of Ghostbusters. So many animations, so little time. Very true, Rain Cloud. Roy Oslett. Giants stepping on teachers. I think someone requested Danny stepping on her teacher. Though, first of all, Danny wouldn't step on anyone if she was a giant. She really likes her teacher. She's one of those nice teachers that gives out pumpkin stickers. Danny isn't gonna step on her. The only fictional teacher I can think of that should probably get stepped on would be Crocker. Though he gave up teaching a long time ago, according to the new Wish series. Is David ever a productive big brother? Um, I mean, he protects her from like bugs. She's not really a big fan of bugs. That's about it. I think she might be too young for crushes. Though I'm sure David would be very supportive of his sister. Maybe her dad would be a little bit more on the overbearing side. It would be hard for him to do anything since he's the size of a cell. Clarence. No, never really thought of anything for that series. Though I did, really like that series. It was pretty fun. Love the video store episode. Anyone who ever watched home movies on Adult Swim would recognize who the video store owner is. The episode where they were doing sort of parodies of like old timey cartoons. That one was pretty fun too. Speaking of teachers, I remember in elementary when my school librarian read to us a Halloween book called Attack of the 50-Foot Teacher. I remember that one. Sorry if I missed it, but does that mean my commission bases might be on the back burner for now? Did you commission something, Kush? I think I remember you getting a Patreon reward. What was yours? Let me double check here. Patreon. Oh, the Charlie Brown one. No, I'm working on that one maybe next week. Though since I'm just making base assets for it for this month, I'd probably work on that one offline. Back burner stuff. It's like you know, I have all kinds of ideas for personal projects and whatnot, but just don't have time for them. Have to put them on the back burner. Sorry, Ocelot. Sorry, I'm having a bad time at school. Ah, so that's why you want to see some teachers getting squished. That could be a cute idea for something. Like if a kid genius shrink the faculty at their school, a a kids takeover kind of plot. Michael Boom is here. Diesel Mapper. Giant Uzi. Who's Uzi? I grew up in the 90s, so when you say Uzi, it makes me think of like a weapon. Oh, hey, Nick Young. Unfortunately, Grande House stuff is wrapping up, so no time to do an episode like that for Dia de los Muertos. But maybe sometime down the line. Gotta put it on the back burner. It's not a big deal, Diesel. I read a lot of comments. I actually feel bad when I miss some. Jimmy Neutron. Oh, the thing about that is if I did do that kind of idea... Oh my gosh, this one is so loud. Alright. Need to adjust the volume on that one. I can only remember two faculty members from Jimmy Neutron, just the principal and Miss Fowler. If I did the plot of Genius Kid, Shrinking School Faculty, probably be a series that has like lots of teachers, lots of faculty. Did you hear about the Krabby Patty collab at Wendy's? Uh, I was looking at Twitter, I think, and I did see an image of Plankton and like a bikini bottom version of the Wendy's mascot. So I wasn't sure if that was a joke or something like that. Moto, I'm doing fine. How are you? Oh, so there's gonna be a Krabby Patty at Wendy's. I'll check that out. Haven't had a burger in a while. One thing I found incredibly weird from Dragon Tales is that the friendly giant's mom is 20 feet taller. Maybe that's a giant thing. Like the older you are, the bigger you are. Will anyone dress up as Mothra for Halloween? I think if you knew some twins, you could maybe ask them to you know, to help accentuate your Mothra costume. Remember Mucha Lucha? There's a genius kid with a shrink gun in that show and has plenty of faculty. Oh, yeah. Mucha Lucha. Mucha Lucha. I need to rewatch that show. Lewis is here. What was her name? Is it Polly Platinum? Was she the one who was the genius character? Dr. Blood Studios. Amazed, amused that Pooky is doing a shrink switch to Casey. Penny Plutonium, that's right. I was off by both names. But yeah, I remember her. She had like, I think it was the second season, the premiere episode. She actually had a pretty big part in that one. So I was surprised that it didn't like completely focus on the main three. Which is something I always love when they do on shows, when it's like even though you have a bunch of main characters, you do some episodes that sort of focuses on some of the background characters. I think Casey has a pouch on her stomach, doesn't she? Forgot to draw that. Rookie move. Oh yeah, she does have a pouch. She's like a kangaroo. Interesting. Very interesting. Rex Tom. Giganta, please. Sheriff Labrador? I'm not sure if I'm familiar with Sheriff Labrador. I haven't seen Beetlejuice yet. Thanks, Grayscore. I do want to see Beetlejuice, though. I hear good things about it. But I'm also very lazy when it comes to going to the movie theater. Kind of want to wait for it to be on, digital. Has some body inflation. I can imagine it would. It's Beetlejuice. That seems to be one of the things he does. Weird cartoony things. I don't think I ever saw that coloring book. Can't believe I left my reference images. Got to clean them up. I'm actually using my backup laptop to get a good reference image for Casey's tummy pouch. It has to be convenient, right? It's like always having a little fanny pack with you. Put your water in it, some change, some little snackies to have on the go. Oh, you had a plush Casey? That's nice. I'm trying to think of what plushes I used to have when I was younger. I remember having a little clown plush that played that "Send in the Clown" song. And a weird little crocodile. And I think I had a teddy bear that was wearing like a little archer costume, like looked like Robin Hood. But I'm a man now, so I don't sleep with little plush toys anymore. It's so funny. My little brother, when we were growing up, he would always have a weapon like close to him. Like, um, he had this like a baseball bat that he'd keep under his bed in case he had to defend himself. But he's upgraded from bat. Now he has like this. It's like a sword, but it's more like a machete. I just hope he never has to wield it in anger. Machete's a very powerful weapon. Just ask Danny Trejo. Thank you, Moto. Dr. Blood, you wanted to ride in her pouch? Aren't you worried about all the mucus? I can't help but think that a pouch would be very uncomfortable to ride in ever since I saw that Simpsons episode where they tried to get away in a kangaroo of all things. Ask Jason Voorhees. Oh my gosh. I was watching a couple of guys talk about the Friday the 13th movies, and it's just amazing how much the lore shifted from movie to movie. How, like, in some of those Friday the 13th movies, Jason isn't even like the slasher in it. It takes some time before Jason gets all his iconic stuff. Another series I recently tried to get back into is Puppet Master. I only remember seeing it as a kid, and even when I was watching them, it was like half watching the Puppet Master movies. I was mostly like focused on playing with my Legos or whatever. Um, but it was a very interesting concept, even as like a little kid who wasn't super into horror movies. Just like uh, yeah, the concept of like toys that uh, were alive and like had some crazy abilities or powers. It interested me. Favorite Halloween movie? Oh, that for sure is Reanimator. I just love that movie so much. I watch it every year, basically. That's how much I love it. Like, the music's great, the concept's great. Some pretty good gore in those movies. About cheesy horror, the evil leprechaun grows giant in Leprechaun 4 in space. That seems to be a weird thing that happens in a bunch of really cheesy horror movies. Um, like there was this one horror movie I remember, uh, Jack Frost. It's I think it's like a criminal who escapes and gets turned into a snowman. And they did a sequel where uh, it was this weird one where they were on an island of all places for a snowman to be. Um, but yeah, in the end, he ends up turning giant and like sinking a Japanese ship. And yeah, my brother always thought that was just a one-off gag because we never saw like a third movie. I forget if it was Jack Frost or if it was Frosty the Killer Snowman. It was one of those two names. Yeah, apparently he was supposed to come back in a third movie where he's like a giant snowman rampaging around the world or something like that. I guess it's just a thing that you do when you don't know what to do with your movie monster. You just make them bigger, crazier, and then you get to make some really weird cover art or thumbnails, and might pique some people's interest. Evil Dead, that's another good choice. Ooh, please tell me you prefer the Evil Dead movies where we got crazy Ash chainsaw hand shenanigans. I think they've rebooted the Evil Dead series, but I was a little disappointed that they didn't go like more over the top, like cheesy, crazy. Is Luna your actual sister, Rain? Do you have Roblox? No. But a lot of my little cousins do, and they'll tell you all about it. They love their pirate hermit crab and glow in the dark Quetzalcoatl or axolotl. Not for me, but I can see the appeal of it. Well, that's cool. I have a sibling myself. It's the reason. It's the main reason that David has a Danny. How much time do we have? Oh, getting close to an hour. So I'll try to wrap this one up. And again, sorry if I've been a little too distracted and maybe missed a few comments. Just really focused on finishing this. Oppenheimer Media is here. Can you do Yadina Riddle from Xavier Riddle in the Secret Museum? I don't know any of those people. Yadina Riddle? Oh, she has a little stuffed turtle. Fortunately not familiar with that series. But if someone requested her on Patreon, That's how we've been getting all these PBS characters as of late. It's rewards from people who support our Patreon. Good people. Good people who give me money. Because art does take some time and some patience. Speaking of David and Danny, they remind me of Kevin and Gretel. They remind me of them too, in a lot of ways. Which is kind of why I hope the series gets another season, or at the very least, has a nice conclusion. Like how they tried to conclude things with the last Swampy Marsh show. I think David would be annoyed by Rainbow because Rainbow would give Danny a huge collection of dolls. Oh no, onesies. I don't think I've done a good dollhouse thing with David and Danny. or a tea party. Working on something though. Um, Something with a giant Danny. I think it will be the first time making her giant. I know I made her giant for one Patreon script, but I'd say that was still in her imagination when she was Danny Zilla. All right, let's see how this looks. I find giants in general terrifying. I think you mentioned that before, elongated man. All right, so this is some pretty decent progress, I'd say. If I had more time, I'd probably do a little scene of like Casey being scared and uh, maybe showing some like sign of like something magical happening. Like maybe some twinkly sparkles flying from her to Pooky. And then before Pooky shrinks, like maybe her expression changing as she starts glowing, or sort of like wiggling, like there's changes going on. I don't know what else I could add to this. Maybe Casey patting her tummy. But for now, I think my patron will be very happy with this. And again, for anyone interested, because today especially, I noticed a lot of people saying, "Hey, what if this character was giant, or this one was small?" But there's so many things, and I have my own projects. But if you support me on Patreon, $20 tier or higher, we can do some stuff. We could draw some stuff one month, and then if you're still subscribed the next month to $20 tier or higher, we can animate. This 6 seconds of animation, I think, took 3 months subscribed to the $20 tier. So 1 month, I just made this asset for Casey, which was then able to easily turn into a backwards facing asset. Second month that the patron was subscribed, I made this asset for Pooky. And then this month, I was able to bring it together and animate these. Boop. Hee. All right. Thanks again for. Can't wait for Giant Patty. Yeah, I'll post that on Patreon when I get to it. I still have the whole month to finish all the rewards. Giants are cool though. Yes, indeedy. It'll still be a bit before we reach 300K. No, Matthew, I'm going to call it for now. Thanks everyone for joining. Um, like I said, tomorrow I'll likely be working on Libby and Molly's costumes for Halloween. But for now, unless I missed any, are there any giant characters you find terrifying? The amazing colossal man always kind of looked scary to me. Their parents don't get a lot of screen time. You're gonna do um I like to try and find ways to include all these characters. The thing that I had planned with the giant Danny was definitely going to involve um, just about everyone I've introduced so far. Danny's babysitter, Louise, their parents. The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man gives me nightmares. I've seen some people do some funny stuff with the Stay Puft, like a giant using him for a s'mores. That'd be actually kind of fun to do with maybe with an extreme Ghostbusters character. I forget what was the name of the goth girl from Extreme Ghostbusters. I haven't watched that show in such a long time. She has such a cool design too. I'm looking her up. Kylie. Yeah, that would be fun. Giant Kylie turning the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man into a giant s'mores. Uh, Children eating giants is scary, but also the reverse would be scary. A child running around eating giants. All right. Sorry if I missed one of your comments. Again, thanks to everyone for dropping in. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'll work on Molly and Libby's costume. Have a good night. Peace.